10 years without a bath. He came to the bathhouse for the first time, but because he didn't know how to use the electronic lock, it kept making a buzzing sound. The impatient owner came over ready to scold him, but when he saw the man's full body tattoos, he swallowed his words. Because in Korea, the larger the tattoo area, the higher you're standing in the underworld. This guy just had the name of his crush tattooed and became the top dog in school. When he saw the man who had just taken a bath with his crush, he kicked the man away first, then took him to an unfinished building to beat him up, until the man's clothes were torn. Only then did the group of students realize they had attacked the wrong person. But the man just used his clothes to cover his tattoos, and quietly left with his sister. But 10 years ago, he had single-handedly taken on 6 punks looking for trouble. In the end, 1 died and 5 were injured, and he went to prison for manslaughter. The dead man's mother came to visit, and saw that Tony wasn't a bad person. He just made a mistake, so she gave Tony a notebook saying she would forgive him, as long as he turned his life around. Tony treasured this notebook. He wrote down everything he wanted to do after getting out. It became his only spiritual support while inside. Fast forward 10 years, Tony was released from prison. His years in prison had mellowed his temper, and the world had changed drastically for him. He found his former subordinates just wanting to tell them he was out, but the subordinate, now a big shot, acted respectful on the surface. Then after Tony left, they mocked him and ordered their men to prevent him from taking their territory. Tony went to a small restaurant. It was owned by the mother of the deceased. When she saw Tony, she was very happy, so she closed the shop early and made him barbecue. She even fed him personally. The next day, Tony went to the hospital to get his tattoos removed. He had used them to intimidate people before. Now he wanted to start over, but the doctor told him it would cost a lot of money to remove such large tattoos. With no money, he had to find a job at an auto repair shop. But Tony's first earnings went to buy a nice pair of leather shoes for Annie, and a camera for his sister, something she had longed for. Annie was very pleased with Tony's change, and his sister also came to accept him as her brother. But their happy life had just begun, when someone was about to break this newfound happiness.